Hello, darlings, and welcome to Wake Up and Show Up Live. This is your daily show, giving you a daily dose of inspiration and empowerment. I am your host, Portia Scott. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, darlings, for joining. We are excited. Today is Monday, and Monday we do our Monday motivational moment where we welcome someone in as a house guest to really give us some motivation, inspiration, and empowerment. And that empowerment, as I always say, is inspiration to do. So let us know, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from, darling? Where are you at? Where are you broadcasting from? Where are you staying at home at? We want to make sure that you are in fact staying home, because we want to be safe, and we want to make sure that we are doing our part to ensure that we are flattening the curve and doing everything that we can. So let us know in the comments where you are watching from. Thank you so much for joining, darling. It's a pleasure to have you. So one of the things we love to do here is that we love to partner with organizations that are doing the work. So organizations that are out there giving, helping, especially doing emergencies, pandemics, and all of these things. TJ, thank you so much for joining, darling. And what I want to say is, this particular week, we are not partnering with an organization, but what I want to challenge us is to do acts of kindness. So many times I love to say that we may not be able to feed the 5,000, but we can feed one. And that's one text. That's one phone call. That's one polo. That's one encouraging word. Maybe it's somebody you know is having a difficult time and you have the resources to help them. We've been helping organizations, but how awesome is that to help our neighbor, to help an individual person that you absolutely know needs help at this time, needs encouragement. So we're going to do our acts of kindness. If you are enjoying this daily show, if you are enjoying the weekly COVID-19 updates that we do on Sunday, as well as the podcast, the Wake Up and Show Up podcast, I want you to text the phrase "wake up" to 31996. That's "wake up" to 31996. It will keep you in the know. You'll know when we're going live. You know when an episode is dropping. And we also send you some encouragement and inspiration for your day, for your week. We like to keep them short and sweet, but informative. So if you are interested, if you love what we have going on, join our community, text the word "wake up" to 31996. And if you are enjoying this, share this broadcast. I'm super excited about the lady, the woman, the amazing entrepreneur that we have coming to speak to us today. And so I want to make sure you're sharing this broadcast with your friends, with your family. Stephanie is incredible. She is a mindset coach and ministry strategist. And so last week we did our 5 days of declaration. We were able to record it. It was amazing. We had great feedback. And so we are working on that to get that to you. And so as we go in from that 5 days of declaration, we're going into this mindset, right? We talked about the fact that the external factors we oftentimes cannot control. But those internal factors, the things that start in our minds, what we meditate on, what we're thinking about, what we're putting on the inside of us, those we can control. And so Stephanie's going to talk to us a little bit about that. So I ask that you would help me welcome, put in the comments, "Hello, darling." You guys know if we're saying something that is touching you, if we're saying something that is speaking to you, type that in. "Hello, darling." You know we love to do that. So I want you to welcome my very special guest, Stephanie Nchege. She is our mindset coach for today. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I am so excited to be here with you today. Absolutely. I'm on the Wake Up and Show Up show.
You're on the Wake Up and Show Up Live. Yes, girl. Yes. One of the things that we ask every single person that comes on here is we like to know, what are you grateful for? So today, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful today for peace.
Yeah. Right.
I'm grateful for peace, in all this uncertainty, all the things that are going on in the world. My
Hmm.
greatest asset, I feel right now, is peace of
Yeah.
mind, just that peace that surpasses all understanding. That's what I'm grateful
Hmm.
for.
Absolutely. I absolutely love it. I want you guys to tell us, what are you grateful for in the comments? Let's hear, what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? We all have something, right? And sometimes it's that little minuscule piece of hope that we have, especially during times of uncertainty. This morning I woke up, and what I try to do is we try to ease into our day. And one of the things that I did, had my coffee, and I was thinking about, what was I grateful for? I like to imagine and write down what it is that I'm grateful for that day, because that carries me through. And so one of the things that I said was, I'm so grateful for my children's laughter. I'm so grateful for that sound. They have this challenge that's going on. I think it's like the grown up challenge or something like that. And so the kids are with the parents taking pictures, mimicking pictures they had taken when the children were younger, but the children are older. And so, and I thought that, and one of the captions said, as our children are growing up, we're growing older. And I was just like, I don't know why that hit me so hard, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to miss that laugh. Like, I love the way they laugh now. I don't want to miss that laughter. And as they grow up, the laughter changes, but it's still understanding that, like, as they're growing up, we're growing older, and not to miss those moments. So Rosetta said, nap time. Hallelujah. Yes, girl. I understand. Ty said, I'm grateful for family, love, and friendships. Yes, darling. Yes, darling. Yes, darling. Marty, thank you so much for joining, darling. So we always have something to be grateful for. One of the things that I wanted to bring Stephanie on, because she is a mindset coach, which I absolutely love. And so people may be like, what is a mindset coach? So Stephanie, I want you to kind of tell us a little bit about what you do. So tell us a little bit about what that mindset coach means. Like, what does that mean to somebody that's like, doesn't even know? We've heard kind of the words, but really tell us what you do.
Okay, so I am a mindset coach, but I'm also a ministry strategist. So I'm a weave both of those together. Um, Mindset really is just taking time to look at your beliefs and looking at your attitudes, looking at your value system, all of those things that have played a key component, right, in shaping your behaviors. That's ultimately what mindset goes to. It ends up going towards your behaviors. So what I do is I work with entrepreneurs and ministry leaders, and I help them to identify what's driving them, what's motivating them, what are their belief systems, what are those things that are either pushing them forward or sometimes getting them stuck. And then once we start figuring those patterns of behavior out, then we can map out activities, exercises, different things to propel them forward and overcome.
Absolutely. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. We always teach BARS, which is behaviors, actions, and results. And so it all leads into that behavior. So just for you to say that like really you have to speak to those behaviors. I think we try so many other things when we don't narrow in or zero in into those behaviors. So what made you choose to become a mindset coach? What was like the thing where you were like, this is where I know I have either a gifting or I feel strongly about helping people in this area?
Funny thing enough is I, at the age of 5,
Mm-hmm.
knew that I wanted to be a therapist, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was something about when I would see people on television or whatnot sitting on the couch sharing that I immediately connected with. And I knew I want to be that person that talks to them, that sees what makes them tick. And so over the years, I actually started out as a occupational therapist. Then I went on to be a clinical therapist, and I worked in clinical therapy for years in the partial hospitals And then I had a baby, a oops blessing baby is what I call him, late in life. And I wanted to come back home, but I wanted to continue working. So I had to figure out, now, how can I take what I have been doing in the hospital setting and do it from home? And that's how the mindset coaching birthed. So I just love digging into and figuring out, even for myself,
Mm-hmm.
why did I behave like this? Why did I respond like this? Right? I have a saying that goes, our thoughts shape our beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Our beliefs drive our actions.
Mm-hmm.
And then our actions produce our results. But it doesn't stop there. Our results characterize who we become. And looking at all of those different pieces, it just really blesses me. And I love knowing and getting to know people on that inner level like that. So that's kind of what made me become a mindset coach.
Absolutely. I love it, love it, love it. And so just that everyone's on the same lines. Just anyone coming in, thank you guys for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We want to make sure that you're sharing this broadcast because I think it's so important at this particular juncture. It's, if ever more, it's so important to really look at why we are behaving those ways and what drives those behaviors, and then what drives our actions. Our actions will never change and will never produce the results that we need if those behaviors are not identified. And so it's so important. And there's a lot going on. So people are likely saying, well, it's so much going on. What can I even do to start? Right? Like, what can I even do to start? I've lost my job. I have family that has possibly contracted the disease and friends. I'm overwhelmed with the just enormous amount of information that we're getting that's being kind of in our face. And so, should I even put the energy into working on my mindset at this time? Like, in something like this is going on?
Absolutely. That, that's the short answer. But let me explain that a little bit deeper. During this time, I
Mm-hmm.
think we have to be very careful that we don't get stuck in what I'm going to call the inner courts, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Don't get stuck in, I got to get my own place of healing,
That's so good.
my own place of peace, that we don't start to prepare our minds for winning in this season. I heard a pastor talk about the mindset of a winner and how adversity a lot of times births and breeds new innovation, new invention. And so, what I even during this pandemic time, during this crisis time, what I've been working on with my clients is, okay, things may not be the way that we once did business, but what can we innovate? What can we share that's going to be a solution for the new problems that are arising with the ministry? What can you do now? You may not be able to have those 100 in your church, those thousands in your church, but you got an opportunity now to reach the millions, the masses. So let's look at our mindset and go, not just stay in the inner courts, but let's go to the outer courts, right? During a time of crisis, think about this. There are some Harriet Tubmans out there. What do I mean by the Harriet Tubmans? Harriet said, yeah, I got to be delivered from this. I
Yeah.
got to get a mindset that I'm going to be delivered. And once that mindset was there, that I'm not going to let anything stop me, not only did she get free, but then she started mapping out plans to help others get free. So
Mm-hmm.
the challenge is, during this pandemic, during this crisis, not only are we going to stay well, not only are we going to do our part, but how can we come up with some solutions that are going to bless somebody? And
Absolutely.
simple, Portia, I heard a lady say, I am a caterer,
Mm-hmm.
practicing social distancing, but I also want to practice love. She said, so what can I do? And
Mm-hmm.
she created something she called porch cookies.
Oh, wow.
She just went around the neighborhood delivering to friends and
Cookies.
family boxes of cookies wrapped in these beautiful little packages,
Mhm.
porch cookies. Now that's a mindset, whether we realize it or not.
Right.
That's a mindset that
Absolutely.
says, I'm going to bring joy. I'm going
Mhm.
into outer courts.
Right.
So
So I absolutely love that. Love it, love it, love it. Is that it really is a mindset in how we look at this, right? And changing. I think that's why one of the things that every single day we say, what are you grateful for? To be reminded of that, like I said, that small dose, but like she still wanted to do something in her business, right? But that was already a behavior. She just seen it come to fruition now. It was all already a behavior. And sometimes we cannot see those when it's easy, but when it's tough, then you really kind of see what your archetypes are, what your behavior roles look like. So I absolutely love it. We talk a lot here about the power of one. Someone says, beautiful, that's beautiful. Thank you, that's wonderful. And just revitalizing, those things that are inside of us really by our mindsets. And so I actually believe that the change that happens in our minds. So
yeah.
Stephanie, you talked about the woman and the cookies, but what are some practical ways that people can start to change their mindset? If they say today, I need one thing, right? And you can give us a couple, but out of that couple, we're going to choose one that we're going to start, because we live and we learn by the power of one, is that all it takes is one decision, one step, one day. It's just that one activity that's going to push us forward. So what are some of those practical tools that we all can take and say, you know what, I'm going to implement this today?
I want you to first think about mindset like a thermostat, right? When you have a thermostat in your house, you can go and let's say you set it to 72 degrees. Okay. So you set the house to 72 degrees, but all of a sudden, you now have your oven on. You now have your stove on. You now have a door that's open. And you start to realize it doesn't feel like 72 degrees in here, right? It's starting to get hotter in here. So, what can you do? Well, you might go turn the oven off. You might go turn the stove off. You might turn a fan on. So when I say that, I'm thinking about if I close the door so that the thermostat can start to adjust, if I close that door, that means I'm shutting off distractions. That's a thing that you can do. Start shutting off the distractions, that noise that says, no, I can't, or that noise that's saying, you can't do this today. That's a distraction. Close the door.
That's
Turn
so
on a
good.
fan, right? If I'm turning on the fan, that simply represents I went and found a mentor, or I went and found some people that had a mindset that said, I can persevere during
Mhm.
this time. I
Mhm.
associate myself with different people, right? You
That's
might
right.
you start affirming God's word. That's another thing that I tell people to do. It's practical. Every day, get up
Yeah.
and declare and affirm something. But I would say the biggest thing that you can do is we look at this and we say, oh, it's so cliche. Everybody does this. But goal setting, I just simply, and I use two acronyms for goal setting. One is the SMART goal that everybody talks about, but then there's another acronym called START.
Mhm.
START, the start goal. It means that once I have specifically gotten that goal, and then it's going to go through and I'm going to actually put some action behind that goal. And it's a mindset that says every day I have daily tasks,
Yeah.
daily priorities that are going to help me start moving forward and achieving my goals. So I would say that was the biggest practical step. Do you have a goal, and are you doing something every day that moves you towards that goal? And those habits start to develop. You start associating with those
Right.
mentors. That's how I would say.
Absolutely. So Ty says, yes, affirm, affirm, affirm. She loves it. She's one of my very, very good friends. And so she is all about that. And I love that about just goal setting, setting that goal and then setting that one thing that you can do to push the needle forward. Because it does get so exhausting. For me, I am love goal setting, love execution more. And one of the things that I found was that when I was setting goals for every single thing, it's hard to get stuff done, right? Because we know that goals and even projects within 45 days of that goal set or that project, even less then we see an almost 90% decrease in motivation with that goal. And so it's just so much to try to figure out everything. So if you set that goal for the day, you set that one thing that you can do. I absolutely love it. I think that would change. And sometimes it's that small thing, right? I think in the middle of the pandemic, it is some people, it's like, listen, if I could get my head off the pillow, I won today, you know? I heard someone say to me that to celebrate the small wins. Celebrate those small wins. So if this pandemic has really had you in a place where you're like, I don't have anything to give. I think it's important that you have those small wins. So when you have 5 minutes where you say, you know what, I was not crying. I am grateful for those 5 minutes, or I had 1 minute where I was not stressed and overwhelmed. You celebrate those, those small, small wins. And so, Stephanie, I think even for you, like, what are some of the things that you're doing either with yourself or with your clients that is kind of shifting their perspective from looking at this as something, one, because you coach entrepreneurs, right? And so we know that small businesses are being hit, and so now what we have to do is pivot, and we have to learn how to really be, creative in what we're doing, how we're delivering, the even the language, right? I remember a lot of people are like, I don't want to charge anything, or how can I produce a product in the middle of this? And so what are some of the ways that you're working with one, yourself and these small businesses? Because I think it still translates to people who are working for other organizations or have their own businesses or ministries, and so it does feel like those small businesses, those ministries, and people are just being hit. And so how to kind of shift that perspective?
Right now, one of the things that I'm doing, and I think this is probably my area that I am most effective in. I work with small groups. Okay. I love working with small groups. And here's why. There is power when you can have minds together coming up and generating ideas and solutions. There is such a power that can be in a room, right? And so I'm very mindful of the small groups that I start to create. But then I go into those small groups, and everybody has an opportunity to say what it is that they would love to see during this time.
Yes.
We're not going to worry about what's going on, but we want to speak it out there. What do you want
to see? That's so good.
right? And then we use the energy, we use the brain power, we mastermind it together to start generating those ideas. Now, the next step of that is once those ideas are generated, we start to look at which one can you do today? What can you start attacking today?
Mm-hmm.
And I push my clients, I push them to come out of the box, come out the comfort zone. But here's the beauty of coaching. I'm holding your hand through the process, right? Once you select and commit, I'm holding your hand.
Right.
If I get stuck, guess what? I go to my coach, or I go to another person, because I don't have all the answers, right?
That's right.
We know one another till we get it done. And here's what I'm gonna say is part of the secret sauce. There's two things in the secret sauce. The collaboration, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
but then
right.
The second part of that secret sauce is when you are building it, even during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
You want to speak to people's, so if you're in a pandemic and you need peace, can I provide a product that gives you some peace?
Right, right,
That pulls you from that gets you out of that mode. You
right.
want to speak to that, right? Faith over
Hmm.
fear. Can I provide a product that gives you a solution how you can earn income?
That's right. That's right.
That's the secret sauce. Even during the pandemic, if I can teach you how to get income today, people are going to still invest in these businesses. So
Yeah.
I do that with them. We commit and then we take action. And it's been really, even during this time, I'm having clients making their first products, right?
Right.
They're
Absolutely.
coming out and showing themselves, challenging themselves in
Hmm.
today's time because we're not going to perish. That's a
Right.
mindset. We're not going to perish during this pandemic.
That's
So we
right.
have to look at things different.
I love it. I think one of the things that I want to hear from you guys is, what do you want to see? Right? What do you want to see? So put them in the comments. What is it that you want to see, darling? Hello, darling, because I know she definitely spoke to a lot. Is really speaking about, what do you want to see? If you don't put it in the comments, I want you to write that down. Write that thing down. What do you want to see? What do I want to see? A lot of times we don't ask the simple questions of, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want to see in your family, in your business, in your relationships, in your life? What does that look like? And I think it's so important because some people want to build that business. Some of us want to take some rest and get some time to really think and have that self-reflection and things like that. So write that down. What do you want? What do you want to see? So I appreciate it, Stephanie. This was so good. I love the mindset stuff. I love that so much of what we talk about on here is stuff that you were able to bring to the table as well. And so it's stuff that they're hearing over and over and over again, so that we can shift our perspective, because it is so important. I know when I started out, when I left my career and all of these things that I had built, and I remember saying, I'm starting over. And my husband said, why are you saying you're starting over? Why are you not just saying that you're starting something new? You're taking all of your skills, all of your ability, all of your years of experience. You're not starting over. You're taking all that and you're starting something new. So that mindset alone, like, just helped shift the way that I was thinking just in that. So Thaisin said, I want to see my financial portfolio grow. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Yes. Yes. God has given us power to get wealth. You have it, honey. And Ty said, thank you. Marlene said, I want to see more patients participate in family dynamics. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, parents participate in family dynamics. Love it, love it, love it. Those are the things that they want to see. So I so appreciate it, Stephanie. I don't want this to be the last time that people are able to engage with you and talk to you. And so let us know. Hold on. Alicia Taylor is in here. Thank you so much for joining, darling. It says, I want to continue to see my gifts come to life and use them daily to take care of my family. Come on, you guys. She wants to see her gifts come to life and use them daily to take care of her family. Yes, yes, yes. And let me tell you, when you put it out in the atmosphere, what it does is it decreases your fear. So what was holding you, you've put it out there now. And so what you're telling fear is that I'm no longer in the shadows. I'm no longer hiding from this. I done put it out there. Now I need to execute, and keep that in the front of your line daily. I would say, I want to continue to see my gifts come to life and use them daily to take care of my family. I would say, I want to see more parents participate in family dynamics. I would say, I want to see my financial portfolio grow and grow and grow. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm so excited. Stephanie, thank you so much for being here and just getting us excited about about mindset and shifting our perspective. How in the world can we keep up with Stephanie Nchege, mindset coach and ministry strategist?
So I am one company called Human Minded Institute. And you can simply find me on Facebook, my business page, Human Minded Entrepreneur. My website is kingdommindederentrepreneurs.com. And there you do have some resources that can help you with trying to overcome one of the things I love is to overcoming the fear of rejection, because if we can get you to start tearing down those walls of fear, then the things that you do, you can start helping bring those to life. So find me at Kingdom-Minded Entrepreneur.
Stephanie, thank you so much. We have you at kingdommindederentrepreneur.com and also on Facebook. You can find her at Kingdom Minded Entrepreneur. If you're savvy, all you have to put in is the @ vision and purpose, and it will come right up. So Stephanie, I just want to thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think there's some more comments coming in. Alicia just said, that's right. And so I think you have gotten us just fired up on this Monday motivational moment. So Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us.
Me, thank you. I have enjoyed it.
Good. And we will talk to you soon, Steph.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye. So you guys, that was an amazing show. Stephanie was absolutely incredible. I love what she had to say. Listen, if you are enjoying these broadcasts, if you are enjoying the podcast, I want to remind you, go ahead and text Wake Up to 31996. That's Wake Up to 31996. If you were not able to see it all, go back and listen from the beginning. Share this broadcast, share it with your friends, share it with your family. One of the things that I want to make sure that we declare today, our declaration is going to be, I will start. I will start. That's going to be our declaration for today. I will start. You guys, this is incredible. We are here every day, Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every single day we are here live. And so as always, we're going to leave with our declaration. As always, after every episode, we end every show with this declaration. Waking up is automatic. Showing up is intentional. Today, we will show up. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Thank you.